DediProg is an all-in-one IC programming equipment supplier and has a service center with groups of professional programming teams and strong R&D support. As shown on the screen, all programmers, programming adapters, socket adapters, programming systems, and equipment, as well as AOI systems are all developed and produced by DediProg. The continuous supply chain can make the production more efficient. And these photos are how the production area looks like. We support programming various brands like TI, Cypress, MPS, and ST, etc. And support IC kinds include SPI, NOR and NAND flash, EEPROM, and MCU, even eMMC and UFS. And the supported packages are SOP, SSOP, LQFP, QFN, and BGA, as well as the special SOT, WSON, and even the thin fragile WLCSP. Other than programming needs, some customers also need dot markings for remarks. DediProg has about 12 ink colors for markings, which includes black, white, red, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, brown, purple, gold, and silver. These ink materials also have related inspection reports such as RoHS 2.0 compliance and halogen-free materials. DediProg provides numbers 0 to 9 and letters A to Z markings. Laser marking is available as well, include characters, image, and erase. The minimum font can be 0.5 millimeter, and according to the IC size, it can laser 2 to 4 or more characters. For the customer who has higher security demands, there are options for surface erase and keep the pin 1 mark. We provide every kinds of package transfer, from tube, tray, to tape. Also have vacuum processing and customized labels, like barcodes, QR code, and testing report. The factory uses automated systems for production, like automated programming system, marking systems, and AOI systems. DediProg has ability to develop and produce customized sockets, especially for special sizes, as well as increases the use times to reduce the cost, and raises the yield rate. The software and the equipment that our programming center uses in the production line are all manufactured by DediProg. Therefore, if the customer has any technical issue or customized project, we will be able to respond immediately, so it can be solved or satisfied as soon as possible. The procedure flow starts from incoming quality control, schedule arrangement, first article check, process check, finishing sampling, appearance check, document check, packing, and then shipping. As shown on the screen. The working environment adopts CSD anti-static facilities, and keeps the temperature at 23 ±5 Celsius, and humidity at 50 ±10%. And has monitors at the doors. There are 3 general verification mechanisms. One is verify onboard, one is use the original or third-party programmers for cross-comparison, and last is checksum comparison. Just make sure they are the same as the checksum. First article is to create a specific case number for the document and files according to the customer's files, markings, pin 1 direction, and other requirements, which is to ensure the order information and the files are the same for every single time. The programming software can compile the customer's original files and setting options into a project file, which can be directly loaded and opened by the on-site production operator to confirm the data. No additional manual settings are required, which will greatly reduce human errors. Use barcode scanning to load the project file from cloud server directly will reduce the human contact, prevent the risk of data leakage, increase the data security, and avoid the chances of getting virus infection, which will also gain the trust and credibility from the customer. DediProg programming software will go through a complete process of blank, program, and verify before it's been identified as a non-defective unit every single time, which is the concept of software inspects all. Some X characteristics are unsteady or having qualitative change issues. There is a way to provide multiple points voltage testing after programming, which will separate the unqualified IC to avoid the risks on the board. Based on the IC characteristics, when the IC is not available for blank check or the rework needed IC needs to be erased, the DediProg programming software can use the default check function to ensure it will detect the overlapping issues. The DediProg programming software will record every details in the production, including the IC information, original file, first article project name and number, CS, amount calculations, etc., to ensure the accuracy. The programming serial number or HTTP key will be recorded in the log file to ensure the completeness and correctness of each set of serial numbers and files. Through the system integration of EIP and MES, combine the automated production to track production capacity and data analysis at any time. The production line uses automatic systems for processing services, from input materials, programming, NG processing, markings, taping, and AOI inspection all in one flow for production in order to reduce the risk of segmented operations. In order to reduce programming risks, we all use DediProg programmers and software so that we can confirm the files on the same platform, which will reduce customers' verification and the tedious management of the programming software. Currently, the minimum IC size of the small and thin package size that we can support is 1.4 by 0.8 mm, and in Taiwan, only DediProg can mass programming this small package. For small IC production, it can check the prints and pin one direction by the AOI before taping, which will reduce the backend checks and exception handling. Use auto-optical inspection to inspect the IC marking, opposite direction of pin 1, bent pin lead, and tape indentation, etc., to greatly decrease the misjudgment by the visual inspection and increase the efficiency. Other than the typical programming services, DediProg also provides case development and integrated assessment according to customers' need, like equipment purchase evaluation. The technical support for the earlier model and the production error analyze can be quickly confirmed and solved by the DediProg R&D, which will greatly increase the time efficiency. And these are the photos of the production area in the programming center.